This is a CBC podcast.
Well, normally at this time on a Thursday, we'd talk about games, but that would likely take us inside. And on a beautiful day like this, that just won't do. So today we are going fishing. The CBC's Shane Fowler spoke with Byron Coughlin, owner of Country Haven Lodge on the Miramichi River.
Today is April the 15th, the first day of fishing season on the Miramichi. Well, it's a beautiful day, beautiful conditions, and a few fishermen, all from New Brunswick. We wish that we had the borders open, but that's the way it is. And but everybody's catching fish and look like they're having a great time.
Compare today, this year's opening day, to last year's.
Well, much better because we're fishing today. Last year we couldn't go fishing until May the 1st. So same as normal this year, April the 15th, and see them guys having a good time. And so that helps.
This year, how many people are out?
Well, for us, we've only got 4. Where normally, like last year, we didn't have any because it was closed. But a normal year, we would have 15 or 16 here on opening day. And if the Nova Scotia border hadn't been open, if the bubble was open, we would probably be up to 9 or 10 today. But with the bubble still being closed, that just puts it only New Brunswick fishermen now. So.
Yeah. How much did that derail you guys?
Oh, it's not good. Quite a bit, because we lose 30 fishermen from the bubble for the spring if the bubble's not open. And we normally have over 100 spring fishermen if it was a normal year, So, yeah, talking about Americans. We usually get a lot of returning Americans and a lot from England returning for spring fishermen. So we lose all them without the normal fishing season,
Some of these guys have been coming for years, never missed a year?
Yeah, some of them's been coming for... I find the spring fishermen are almost more diehard, some of them, than the summer fishermen. But we have guys that's been coming with us for 20 years. And I got a few of them that started on the Miramichi spring fishing in 1963 and 1965. And never missed a year till last year. And from Boston, Connecticut area. And 40% of our clientele has been coming for close to 20 years, and for our spring fishermen. So it's a pretty big tradition on the Miramichi.
I guess. How does that affect business?
Well, it affects business big time. When you got 8 or 10 of a staff and whatever, and you're trying to normally have 440 to 470 guests a year, and you're down to 70 guests last year, it's quite a difference, And we get them from 20 countries around the world, and now with the way things are, there's a lot of them not going to be able to travel, so it's going to affect it,
Yeah. Talk to me about, you mentioned earlier, the amount of people that, as soon as they get their vaccine, they're talking to you.
Oh, yeah, the Americans especially, and England, and I had a guy from Denmark day before yesterday. They get their vaccines, and then they think as soon as they get it, they're going to be able to come, so as soon as they get their second vaccine, they're calling me, okay, when can we come to Canada, we're ready to go fishing. And but it's going to take a while till we get straightened around and till everything gets back to normal, but they're all excited to come, and that's one good sign. When everything gets back to normal, we'll be busy,
You feel like we're getting close?
Well, we did, and we are. Like, it's the main thing, I think, is for everyone to get vaccinated and everyone to do what we got to do. And, and that's the same as the people that are coming. They're all getting vaccinated, and they're very happy to be getting vaccinated because they know they want to come, And that's the main thing we got to do, I think. Yeah.
How much did the delay of the bubble kind of throw you off there?
Well, it's still better than last year, because last year we didn't even have the season open on the 15th. But the delay of the bubble really affected a lot of the river, I think, because we were going to have Atlantic Canada, regular fishermen out of Atlantic Canada. And we get more out of Nova Scotia and PEI than we do out of New Brunswick, like that sound, because New Brunswick guys can come on their own, but this way they come, they don't have to bring a boat, and they come and fish with us. So it does affect us by the bubble quite a bit. Some of them will be able to come, but some of them had their days booked. Like if they were coming for 4 days to fish Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, they already took Friday and Monday off, and they're off work. So they got to do that again in May. It's interesting if they will or not. Some of them says they will, but most of them won't be able to. So we lose that, 30 Nova Scotia fishermen that we might have had, We're booked in for April.
Well, talk to me about what you're fishing here.
Well, we fish for Atlantic salmon is the main thing, and pretty near everybody from around the world comes to fish for Atlantic salmon. And there's some people come for trout, a few for bass, but bass is not very popular among our fishermen because they're fly fishing for Atlantic salmon, and most of the New England and them places can fish for bass down there. So the big thing is that for Atlantic salmon, and that's what the Miramichi has been famous for, is Atlantic salmon. And some of them will come and stay for a week or 2 weeks and whatever. So if you can fish for straight bass in your backyard, you're not going to fly halfway around the country to fish for them on the Miramichi. So.
I guess from what you see, being here a couple decades, how are the salmon holding up these days?
Well, it's been up and down, but the last few years has been on such dry spells that you really can't tell by the counts, because if you get 4 or 5 summers in a row of no water and the fish all coming in after the season is closed or coming in after the counters are removed, which has happened a lot of years, and then they come out with the counts and the counts are not accurate. But if we had normal summers and could get some good rains, I think we would have some pretty good fishing.
And it's all catch and release?
It's all catch and release, yeah. But that never affected us anyway, because all of our fishermen were catch and release. And if anything, catch and release almost helped it, because some of the fishermen from Connecticut and them places, they didn't even like to see people sometimes killing fish, But the locals, it's kind of bad, because a lot of the locals went off of the river because they would have liked to keep one fish. If they could have even kept one, they'd be still fishing. Yeah. But as far as my business goes, or our businesses on the river, the hook and release didn't affect us,
That's Byron Coughlin, owner of Country Haven Lodge on the Miramichi River, and he was speaking with the CBC's Shane Fowler. Today is the opening day of fishing on the Miramichi.
For more CBC podcasts, go to cbc.ca/podcasts.